Hi. So I'm Michelle Troche. I'm in the Department of Biobehavioral Sciences, and I direct the laboratory for the study of upper airway dysfunction, which is in Building 528, 9th floor, if you'd like to visit us. And we're comprised of an outstanding group of trainees and researchers who are interested in improving health outcomes and quality of life associated with disorders of swallowing, cough, and speech production. And so you might be wondering why I care so much about swallowing and cough, but if you think about all the things that bring you joy, most of them happen around eating and drinking. We'll try that later. But also, we've all had the experience that you go to eat and drink, something goes down the wrong pipe, you cough it out. What we know, though, is that individuals with neurodegenerative disease, for example, that goes wrong. And so people start to have disorders of swallowing. They can't clear that material. They then develop a lung infection called aspiration pneumonia, which is, in fact, a leading cause of death in most neurodegenerative disease. So we've been particularly interested in developing treatments for this. And so over the years, we've developed some different treatments. Some focus on improving the strength of the muscles that we use for cough and swallowing. Others focus more on kind of coordinating the tasks of cough and swallowing. And so we've had some funding to do this work over time. Most recently, Michael J. Fox Foundation funded a clinical trial where we compared these two treatments. We found that both work, which is great, one better than the other. And we've also had some foundation funding to look in different populations like ataxia and more kind of impaired populations to see if these treatments work. And we found that they do as well. And so that's been really helpful. And I think a lot of clinicians have started to use these approaches, but then the pandemic hit and we were dumped in the deep end of telehealth. And then we were pleased to find that we can do these feasibly via telehealth, which we think is really important for improving access to these important critical treatments. And so now we have some funding from NIH to see if we can improve this accessibility, particularly in kind of traditionally marginalized groups like Dr. Quinn was discussing. And so these are the great trainees. This is the summary. Can't do anything without them. And now we can go try, I guess, swallowing right in the back. We can go. So thank you.